Hey guys, Ben from Born to Build. Once again, I am back in the shed doing dumb shit because my car broke. Today I'm going to pull this motor down. There it is there. I did get carried away and I have already undone the intake manifold bolts and pulled out the push rods, which you'll see around here somewhere, all in a cardboard template. Same with the push rods, because if they're reusable, which they probably won't be. So, here we are. I'm going to start pulling this bad boy apart. I'll cut in and out with some bits and pieces of, you know, what I'm doing and etc. So I've just taken off I've just done all of the intake manifold bolts. You can see here there's a whole lot of Sikaflex. They've just said fuck it, and FYI it hasn't worked because all this oil has just come out of your intake manifold, blah blah blah. And yeah, so I'll crack into this, get this intake manifold off, and then get the heads off. So let's get cracking. Let's see if there's any damage in there. And oh, where's the light? And I hope to God there's not, because my bank will not like me at all. But that's why we do it. Let's get cracking. So a little bit of good news, I suppose. Not that I really expected much damage in here, but mind the coolant, but you can see not a whole lot of damage. There's a little bit of pitting on the cam lobes themselves, which is not unusual. But anyway, I'll get that replaced because it doesn't look like, because it doesn't hurt, you know. And you can see all in there. There's more, look at this, more Sikaflex in there than I don't know, what has lots of Sikaflex? A tube. There's a whole tube of Sikaflex in here. Like, just absolutely unreal. But, let's get these heads off, let's keep on cracking. Now, you would have noticed I did a little bit of crisscross, left, right, up and down kind of dealio with these head studs. When heads are normally torqued / done up, like put on, they're torqued and installed in a certain pattern to like distribute the pressure and torque across the whole head evenly. Stops you like put it on skew if, or it kind of just makes it come down all level, and it's normally done in 2 or 3 stages. So you either put it down to a certain torque specification and then a rotation specification, or it could be multi-level torque specification. So when I like to take stuff apart for those kind of things, I kind of like to take them apart methodically like that as well. So I've undone them all in like kind of a rough sequence. So I started from the inside outside. Other manufacturers might go outside to inside, but I kind of like to relieve that pressure evenly, just because I'm a fucking weirdo. So yeah, instead of going front to back or left to right or, you know, top to bottom, I just kind of like to release that pressure of the head and the torque evenly, just as the exact same way you put it on. So let's get these head bolts out. I'm just going to cut up a fresh bit of cardboard so all of them stay together and stay in order, but I will probably put new ones in there. Just to be safe. You're better safe than sorry, and if it's coming apart, I might as well spend another $250 or $300 on head studs or head nuts, bolts, just for that little bit of extra security. So let's get those out in a piece of cardboard, and then we'll inspect the damage. So I'm not really sure what side I want to pull apart first, whether it be the drop side or the not drop side, but yep, we can all cry about this together. heads are off. Let's clean up the hands before I touch our camera again and see what the damage is. Can you see me down here? I don't fucking know. I don't know. Well, guys and girls and everything in between, it seems like we have a little bit of good news. Thank whoever you pray to. I'm just going to thank the Chev gods, to be honest. But also I'm not thanking whoever put this motor back together, because they've put it together wrong. So you would have remembered in the last episode I showed some of the other, what am I thinking of? The other retainers, springs and the top of the valves. How some of them were squished out, etc. So I figured out why only those ones have been squashed and why only those ones are damaged slash almost pushing out. So I'll spin this around. I'll get some in it just right now, around here somewhere, and I'll walk you through as to why that damage has occurred. So here we have it. You can see that obviously the heads are off. Heads over there. We give a fucking zoomy zoom. Hey, how you doing? And then obviously, yep, this is where it's come from. 1, 2, 3. It's like a little puzzle. It's a very expensive puzzle. But if we look closely here, you can see imprints of the valves. So that imprint will in fact match this valve. And you can see some wear marks and damages on the valves there and wear marks on the valve there. That's not meant to happen. You can see none of these other ones quite have that. They have a bit of like carbon build up, so they're probably not running as efficiently as it should be, but you can see there that's damaged and hitting. And then if you look same on, it'll be this one here is the one that dropped the or it didn't drop, but it was getting pushed out. The collars were getting pushed out, and same as this one here. So cylinder, second one back on the driver's side, third one back on the driver's side. So if we go over, and you can see that valve is cleaner than the rest. I'm not sure if the video shuts, but it's clean. See how it's clean and the rest are dirty? So that would indicate, same as this one here, clean, little one dirty, second one back, third one back. That would indicate to me that it's fouling on the piston. Even if it's just a smidgen of an amount. And if we go over here, ooh, see second, third, and fourth. So, you can tell I'm doing this live because I'm not fucking around. But this one, it's a little bit cleaner. Ooh, is it going to show it? Sorry guys. It's a little bit cleaner, but not really. The rest of them, half clean. So, the person who's put this back together hasn't quite done the due diligence and the measurements correctly, and that's caused this damage. And you can see the carbon buildup on the top of the piston. So that's from incorrect combustion, and that's actually damaged that portion of the piston. So I won't replace these pistons. I'll get them cleaned. I'll probably also, and you can see the difference in these combustion chambers compared to a standard combustion chamber. The piston only comes to just there, and it's kind of all on an angle, and that's why the heads are actually so narrow. So there we go guys, we're in pretty good shape here. This thing's gonna get a bit of loving. Yeah, oh yeah, maybe some more when it's off camera, but that's for me and not for you. So this will get some loving. I'll get some new gaskets. The pistons are good, so that's excellent. The heads will just need an acid bath and a clean. And yeah, really thanks again for watching. I'll keep you guys updated on the head scenario, and yeah, thanks again guys. I know this is a pretty boring episode in the scheme of things, but oh, and we're back. So I know it's a pretty boring episode, it's just me pulling the engine off, so it's probably only going to be like a few minutes, but then you get to see the inside of W348, which, you know, if you've done the history and have done the Google, they are a little bit different, or I'm just here fucking around. So I'll keep you guys updated. Once again, Elite is on board for helping me with this in terms of parts and source and like machines. We're going to get a local guy to machine it, and then put it all back together with the new valves, new springs, new retainers, but I'm just going to have to find someone with experience on these motors, because obviously they are a little bit tricky and I do need these to work. Once again guys, this is Ben from Born to Build, checking out. Like, follow, subscribe. I'll post the links and stuff down below for our social medias, and yeah, thanks again guys. I'll see you on the next episode where hopefully we have some new parts for this rocking up. Cheers. Whoa. Hello.